Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Agnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrijatam Saganaragunatan Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhan Vidamscha हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमः विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् शृण्वतं स्वकथा कृष्ण पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तना हृद्यन्दस्तोय भद्राणि विदुनुति सुहृत्सताम् नष्टप्रायश्व भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भागवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Before reciting the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead Narayana, unto Nara Narayana Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma, supersoul in everyone's heart and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. Who wants to read first?
Hare Krishna, devotees, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada. Can I start?
Yes, Prabhu. Let's start from this one.
Yes, welcome everyone. It has been 3 days, I think. 3 days of gap.
Yes, Prabhu, at least 2.
Yeah. I think we need to start from 18.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 8, Text 18. Ka eshayosav ahamabja prishtha etat kutuvabjam ananyadapsu ashti yadashtad iha kanchanaitat adhishtitam yatra satanubhavyam. Ka who Esha, this here, Ashu Aham, that I am, Abjaprishte, on top of the lotus, Etat, this, Kuta, where from, Va, either Abjam, lotus flower, Anyayat, otherwise, Apshu, in the water, Asti, there is he, certainly, Adhishtat, from below, Iha, in this, Kinchana, anything, no, not, Etat, this, Adhishtitam, situated, Yatra, wherein, Sata, automatically, no, or not, Bhavyam, must be. Translation: Lord Brahma, in his ignorance, contemplated, "Who am I, that I am situated on the top of this lotus? Wherefrom has it sprouted? There must be something downwards, and that from which this lotus has grown must be within the water." Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The subject matter of the speculations of Brahma in the beginning regarding the creation of the cosmic manifestation is still a subject matter for mental speculators. The most intelligent man is he who tries to find the cause of his personal existence and that of the whole cosmic creation, and thus tries to find the ultimate cause. If his attempt is properly executed with penances and perseverance, it is sure to be crowned with success. Text 19. स इत्थमुद्वीक्ष्य तदब्जनाल नादीभिरन्तर्जलमाविशेष नार्वागतस्तत्खरनालनाल नाभिं विचिन्वंस्तदविन्दताज. Synonyms: Sa he Brahma, Ittam in this way, Udviksha contemplating, Tat that, Abja lotus, Nala stem, Nadibhi by the pipe, Antajalam within the water, Avivesha entered into, Na not, Arvak in spite of going inside, nearby, Gatha Tat going into, Khara Nala the stem of the lotus, Nala pipe, Nabhim of the navel, which in one, thinking much of it, that Avindata understood, Aja the self-born. Translation: Lord Brahma, thus contemplating, entered the channel of the stem of the lotus, but in spite of his entering the stem and going near to the navel of Vishnu, he could not trace out the root. Purport: By dint of one's personal endeavor, one may go nearer to the Lord, but without the Lord's mercy, one cannot reach the ultimate point. Such understanding of the Lord is possible only by devotional service, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktya Mam Abhijanati Yavan Yaschashmi Tattvataha. Bhagavad Gita 18:55. Text 20. Tamasya pare vidhuratmasargam vichinvato bhut sumaham strinemi yo deha bhajam bhayamirayana parikshinotyayur ajasya heti. Tamasi apare, because of an ignorant way of searching. Vidura, O Vidura, Atmasargam, the cause of his creation. Vichinvataha, while contemplating. Abhut, it so became. Sumanaha, very great. Trinamhi, three dimensions. Ya, which. Deha bhajam, of the embodied. Bhayam, fearfulness. Irayanha, generating. Parikshinoti, diminishing the one. Years. Ayu, diminishing the life. Ajasya, unborn. And generates and which generates fear in the mind of the living entity, like the fear of death. Text 21. Tato nivritto pratilabdhakama swadrishnam ashadya punah sadeva sanirjita swasha nivritta chitto nashidat arudha samadhi yoga. Tata, thereafter, nivritta, retired from that endeavor, apratilabdha kama, without achievement of the desired destination, swadishnyam, own seat, ashadya, reaching, puna, again, sa, he, deva, the demigod, sanay, without delay, jita swasha, controlling the breathing, nivritta, retired, chitta, intelligence, nyasidat, sat down, arudha, in confidence, samadhi yoga, in meditation on the Lord. Translation: Thereafter, being unable to achieve the desired destination, he retired from such searching and came back again to the top of the lotus, thus controlling all objectives. He concentrated his mind on the Supreme Lord. Purport. Samadhi involves concentrating in the mind upon the supreme cause of all, even if one is unaware of whether his actual nature is personal, impersonal, or localized. Concentration of the mind on the Supreme is certainly a form of devotional service. To cease from personal sense endeavors and to concentrate on the Supreme Cause is a sign of self surrender. And when self surrender is present, that is a sure sign of devotional service. Each and every living entity needs to engage in devotional service to the Lord if he wishes to understand the ultimate cause of his existence. Text 22. कालेन सोज पुरुषायुषापि प्रवृत्तयोगेन विरुद्धबोध स्वयं तदन्तर्हृदये वभातम् अपश्यतापस्यतयन्न पूर्वम्. Synonyms: Kalena, in due course of time. Saha, he, Aja, the self-born. Brahma, Purushasya Ayusha, by the duration of his age. Abhipravritta, being engaged. Yogena, in meditation. Virudha, developed. Bodha, intelligence. Swayam, automatically. Tat anta, inside his. Hridaye, in the heart. Ava, avabhatam, manifested. Ap, apasyata, which he did not see before. Apasyata, saw it. Yat, which, no, not, purvam, before. Translation. At the end of Brahma's 100 years, when his meditation was complete, he developed the required knowledge, and as a result, he could see in his heart the Supreme within himself, whom he could not see before with the greatest endeavor. Purport. The Supreme Lord can be experienced only through the process of devotional service and not by one's personal endeavor. In mental speculation, the age of Brahma is calculated in terms of Divya years, which are distinct from the solar years of human beings. The Divya years are calculated in Bhagavad Gita, Sahasra Yuga Paryantam, Haryat Brahmano Vidhu, Bhagavad Gita 8:17. Brahma's one day is equal to 1000 times the aggregate of the four yugas, calculated to be 4.3 million years. On that basis, Brahma meditated for 100 years before he could understand the supreme cause of all causes. And then he wrote the Brahma Samhita, which is approved and recognized by Lord Chaitanya, and in which he sings Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. One has to wait for the mercy of the Lord before one can either render service unto him or know him as he is. Text 23. मृणालगौरा यतशेषभोग पर्यङ्क एकं पुरुषं शयानं पनातपत्रा युतमूर्धरत्न द्योभिर्हतद्वान्तयुगान्ततोये. Mrinala, lotus flower. Gaurayat, white all over. Asheshabhoga, body. Paryanke, on the bed. Ekam, alone. Purusham, the supreme person. Shayanam, was lying. Pana, Atapatra, umbrella of a serpenthood. Ayuta, bedecked with. Murdha, head. Ratna, jewels. Dyubhi, by the rays. Hata, Dvanta, darkness dissipated. Yuganta, devastation. Toye, in the water. Translation. Brahma could see that on the water there was a gigantic lotus-like white bed, bedstead, the body of Sheshanag, on which the personality of Godhead was lying alone. The whole atmosphere was illuminated by the rays of the jewels bedecking the hood of Sheshanag, and that illumination dissipated all the darkness of those regions. Okay, last verse I will read. प्रेक्षां क्षिपन्तं हरितोपलाद्रे सन्ध्याभ्रनिवेर्पुरुरुक्ममूर्ध्ना रत्नो दधारौ सदिसौम्यनास्य वनश्रजो वेणुभुजाङ्घ्रिपाङ्घ्रे. Preksham, the panorama. Shipantam, deriding Harita, green, Upala, coral, Adhe of the hill, Sandhya Bhadra Nive of the dress of the evening, cloud on the sky, Uru, great, Rukma, gold, Murdna, on the summit, Ratna, jewels, Udadhara. Can you go up a little bit? Udadhara, waterfalls, Aushadhi, herbs, so Somanasya of the scenery, Vanashraja, flower garland, Venu, dress, Bhuja, hands, Angri, trees, Angre, legs. Translation: the luster of the transcendental body of the Lord mocked the beauty of the coral mountains. The coral mountain is very beautifully dressed by the evening cloud, but the yellow dress of the Lord mocks its beauty. There is gold on the summit of the mountain, but the Lord's helmet, bedecked with jewels, mocked it. The mountains, waterfall, herbs, etc., with a panorama of flowers, seem like garlands, but the Lord's gigantic body and his hands and legs, decorated with jewels, pearls, tulsi leaves, and flower garlands, mock the scene on the mountain. Oh, very beautiful verse. Purport: the panoramic beauty of nature, which strikes one with wonder, may be taken as a perverted reflection of the transcendental body of the Lord. One who is therefore attracted by the beauty of the Lord is no longer attracted by the beauty of material nature, although he does not minimize its beauty. In Bhagavad Gita 2.59, it is described that one who is attracted by Param, the Supreme, is no longer attracted by anything inferior. Inferior. Param drishtva nivartate. Bhagavad Gita 259. Yes, Haribol. If anyone else, devotees, wants to continue, we can. Haribol, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Ribo, thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Praveen Prabhu, and Pranjal Prabhu Tandar Pranam Jai Shla Prabhupada. Thank you for joining, Prabhu. So, who will read next? Text number 25.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu Tandar Pranam Jai Shla Prabhupada. Yes, Prabhu.
Text 25. Ayamato vistartaha swamana dehana lokatraya sangrahena vichitra divyabharanamas sukanam krata sriya pasrita vesadeham. Ayam taha by length, vistartaha by breadth, swamana by his own measurement, dehana by the transcendental body, lokatraya the three upper, middle and lower planetary systems, sangrahena by total absorption, vichitra variegated, divya transcendental, abharana amsukanam rays of the ornaments, krata sriya apasrita beauty created by those dresses and ornaments. Vesha, dressed. Deham, transcendental body. Translation: his transcendental body, unlimited in length and breadth, occupied the three planetary systems, upper, middle, and lower. His body was self illuminated by unparalleled dress and variegatedness, was properly ornamented, purported by his divine grace Srila Prabhupada. The length and breadth of the transcendental body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead could only be measured by his own measurement, because he is all pervading throughout the complete cosmic manifestation. The beauty of material nature is due to his personal beauty, yet he is always magnificently dressed and ornamented to prove his transcendental variegatedness, which is so important in the advancement of spiritual knowledge. Text 26. पुंसां स्वकमया विविक्ता मार्गे अभ्यार्चतं कमा दोघन्ग्रीपद्मं प्रदर्शयन्तं कृपया नखेन्दु मयूखाभिनाङ्गुली सरूत्रम्. pumsam of the human being, swakamaya, according to his desire, viviktam margahe, by the path of devotional service, abhyarchatam, worshipped, kama dugha angri padmam, the lotus feet of the Lord, which can avoid all desired fruits, pradarshantam, while showering them, dipaya, by causeless mercy, nakha, nails, indu, moonlight, mayukha, rays, bhinna, divided, anguli, figures, karuptaram, very beautiful. Translation: The Lord showed his lotus feet by raising them. His lotus feet are the source of all awards achieved by devotional service, which is free from material contamination. Such awards are for those who worship him in pure devotion. The splendor of the transcendental rays from his moon-like toenails and fingernails appeared like the petal of a flower. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. The Lord fulfills the desires of everyone, just as one desires. Pure devotees are interested in achieving the transcendental service of the Lord, which is non different from Him. Therefore, the Lord is the only desire of the pure devotees, and devotional service is the only spotless process for achieving His favor. Srila Rupa Goswami says in his Bhakti Rasmarata Sindhu that pure devotional service is Jnana Karmade Anavratam. Pure devotional service is without any tinge of speculative knowledge and fruitive activities. Such BRS 111. Such devotional service is able to award the pure devotee the highest result, namely direct association with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. According to the Gopala Tapani Upanishad, the Lord showed one of the many thousands of petals of his lotus feet. It is said, Brahmano Swanvaratam me dhyatah stutah paradhante so buddhyata gopaveshu me purastat avirvabhua. After penetrating for millions of years, Lord Brahma could understand the transcendental form of the Lord as Sri Krishna in the dress of a cowherd boy, and thus he recorded his experience in the Brahma Samhita. In the famous prayer, Govindam Adi Purusham Tam Aham Bhajami. Text 27. Mukhena Lokarti Hara Smitena Parishpurat Kundala Manditena Sonayitendraha Bimba Bhasha Pratyaraha Yantam Sunasena Subhrava. Mukhena by a gesture of the face. Loka Arti Hara, vanquisher of the distress of the devotees. Mitena by smiling. Parispurat, dazzling. Kundala, earrings. Manditena, decorated with. Sonaitena, acknowledging. Adhara, lips. Bimba, reflection. Bhasha, rays. Bhasa, rays. Pratyarahantam, reciprocating. Sunasena, by his pleasing nose. Subhrava, and pleasing eyebrows. Translation. He also acknowledged the service of the devotees by his beautiful smile. The reflection of his face was so pleasing because it dazzled with the rays from his earrings and beauty of his nose and eyebrows. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Devotional service to the Lord is very much obliging to Him. There are many transcendentalists in different fields of spiritual activities, but devotional service to the Lord is unique. Devotees do not ask anything from the Lord in exchange for their service. Even the most desirable liberation is refused by the devotees, although offered by the Lord. Thus, the Lord becomes a kind of debtor to the devotees, and he can only try to repay the devotees' service with his ever enchanting smile. The devotees are ever satisfied by the smiling face of the Lord, and they become enlivened. And by seeing the devotee so enlivened, the Lord Himself is further satisfied. So there is continuous transcendental competition between the Lord and His devotees. By such reciprocation of service and acknowledgement. Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you. Anyone else can continue. Hari
Thank you
Bol.
so much, Prabhu. Who will be next?
I can go.
Yes, Prabhu.
Next 28. Kadamba Kinjamati Vishangavasam Swalam Kritam Me Kalaya Nitambe Parenachananta Tanena Vatsa Srivatsa Vakshasthala Valavena Kadamba Kinjalika Sacred dust of the Kadamba flower Vishangavasam of the color reflected by clothing so Alankritam decorated Meghalaya by the very Nitambe on the west arena. My garlands were also Ananta highly renowned valuable Vatsa, my dear Vidura, Shivatsa of the transcendental stone with Vakshasthala on the chest Vallavena, very pleasing translation of version translation. Oh, my dear Vidura, the Lord's waist was covered with yellow colored cloth resembling the saffron dust of the Kadamba flower, and it was encircled by a well decorated white. His chest was decorated with the highly valuable Srivatsa jewel and a necklace of unlimited value. X29. Parajya Keyura Manish Raveka Paras Parayasya Yastat Chura Dha Sahasrasakam Ayuk Avyakta Moolam Bhavan Pripendram Ahindra Bhove Aviratva Valshan Paritradhya, very high, Kevira, ornaments, many praveka, highly valuable jewels, Parayatsita, disseminating more than the very high, Sahasra Sakam, with thousands of branches of Vyaktamulam associated Bhuvana on universal Angripa trees, Indram, the Lord, Ahindra, Anantadev, Bhuvai by hoods, Adhipatrita, surrounded Valsam branches. A translation: as a sandalwood tree is decorated with fragmented flowers and branches, the Lord's body was decorated with valuable jewels and pearls. He was the self-situated tree, the Lord of all others in the universe, and as a sandalwood is covered with many snakes, so the Lord's body was covered by hoods of Ananta. Purport: the word Avyaktamulam is significant, yet generally no one can see the roots of a tree, but as far as the Lord is concerned, he is the root of himself, because there is no other separate cause of his standing but he himself. In the Vedas it is said that the Lord is Shraya. He is his own support, and there is no other support for him. Therefore, Avyakta means the Supreme Lord himself and no one else. 6:30 चराचरोऽका भगवन्महीत्रम् अहीन्द्रबन्धुं सलिलोपगुदं कीर्तिसहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम् अविर्भावत्कौस्तुभरत्नगर्भं चरा moving animals. Archeras, living trees, Oka, the place of situation, Bhavan, the personality of Godhead, Mahindram, the mountain, Ayendra, Shri Anantadev, Bandham, and Salila, water, Upangula, Samashkirta, helmet, Sahasra, thousand, Hiranya, gold, Lingam, peaks, Avirbhavat, manifested, Kaustubha, the Kaustubha, Jayavatam, Pampam, translation, Bhagavad Gita, Roshnam, Charity, non-moving living entity sees the bring of the snakes because Lord Ananta is his friend as a mountain with thousand of golden points to the Lord was seeing the thousand of golden animated jewels of Anantanaga, and as a mountain is sometimes filled with jewels, so also his transcendental body was fully decorated with valuable jewels. As a mountain is sometimes submerged in the water, so the Lord sometimes submerged in the water of devastation.
Haribol. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Okay, text number 31. Nivitamam nayamaduvratasriya swakirtimaya vanamalaya harim Shurenduvaivagnagamam tridamabi parikramad pradhanikair durashadam Nivitam, so being enclosed, Amnaya, Vedic wisdom, Madhuvratasriya, sweet sound in beauty, Svakirtimaya, by his own glories, Vanamalaya, flower garland, Harim, unto the Lord, Surya, the sun, Indu, the moon, Vayu, the air, Agni, the fire, Agamam, unapproachable, Tridamabi, by the three planetary systems, Parikramat, circumambulating, Pradhanikai, for fighting, Durashadam, very difficult to reach. Translation: Lord Brahma, thus looking upon the Lord in the shape of a mountain, concluded that he was Hari, the personality of Godhead. He saw that the garland of flowers on his chest glorified him with Vedic wisdom in sweet songs and looked very beautiful. He was protected by the Sudarshan wheel for fighting, and even the sun, moon, air, fire, etc. could not have access to him. Text number 32. Taryeva tanna bishara sarojam atmanamambasvasanam viyacha tadarsha devo jagato vidata nadah param loka visarka drishti. Tarhi, therefore, Eva certainly thought that Nabi, navel, Saraha, lake, Sarojam, lotus flower, Atmanam, Brahma, Amba, the devastating water, Svashanam, the drawing air, Via, the sky, Cha, also, Tadarsha, looked upon, Devaha, demigod, Jagata, of the universe, Vidata, maker of the destination, Nata, Param, the supreme, Loka, Visarga, creation of the cosmic manifestation, Drishtihi, glance. Translation: When Lord Brahma, the maker of the universal destination, thus saw the Lord simultaneously glanced over creation. The Lord saw the lake in his navel, and the lotus flower, and as well as the devastating water, the drying air, and the sky, all became visible to the Lord. Text number 33. Sakarma bijam rajaso parakta brajah sisrikshan yadeva dristva astaud visarga visarga idyam avyakta vardmana vivesitatma. Sahahi Brahma Karma Bijam, seed of worldly activities, Rajasa Uparakta, initiated by the mode of passion, Praja, living entities, Shishrikshan, willing to create progeny, Yat, all the five causes of creation, Eva, thus, Drishtva, looking on, Astaud, prayed for, Visarga, creation, after the creation by the Lord, Abhimukha towards Tam that Idyam worshipable Avyakta transcendental Vartmani on the path of Abhiveshita fixed Atma mind. Translation: Lord Brahma, thus being surcharged with the mode of passion, became inclined to create, and after seeing the five causes of creation indicated by the personality of Godhead, he began to offer his respectful prayers on the path of the creative mentality. Purport: even if one is in the material mode of passion to create something in the world, He has to take shelter of the Supreme for the necessary energy. And that is the path of the successful termination of any attempt. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purpose of the third canto, 8th chapter of the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, entitled Manifestation of Brahma from Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Or the book ends. Okay, so now we go to six Astakam prayers. Tomorrow we continue from the second book. Where it is, Haribol. Cheto darpanamarjanam bhavamahadavagninirvapanam shreyah kairavachandrika vitaranam vidyavadu jivanam anandam buddhivardhanam pratipadam purnamritasvadanam sarvatma snapanam param vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. नाम्नामकारि बहुधानि च सर्वशक्तिस्तत्रार्पितानि अमिता स्मरणेन काला एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन्ममापि दुर्दैवमिदृशमिहाजानिनानुरागः
Another piece of China, third piece of Amani Namantena Kirtaniya Sadhari.
न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितं वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवताद्भक्तिरहैतुकी त्वयि
Nayanam Gavidashirare, Avadanam Gavidaya, Kulaki, Nichitam Rapugada, Tavanama Brahane, Vavishti.
Oh, you skip this one, bro.
Ainanatanajakin Karam Paditam Mam Visham, May Bambudo, Kripayato, Pada Pankajastita Dodi Sudarshan Vinchante.
युगायितं निमेषेण चक्षुषा प्राविर्शायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दविरहेण मे
Ashlishva Padaratam Pinashtamam Adarshana Marmatam Karotu Vayata Tava Vedatulam Roman Pranana Pastu Sudevana Para.
Haribol. Glory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life of repeated birth and death. The Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious.
O my Lord, your holy name alone can render our benediction to all living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by chanting your holy names, but I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them.
One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly.
Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any love followers. I only want your costly devotional service, birth after birth.
O son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor. Somehow or other, I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet.
O my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will my voice choke up, and when will the hairs of my body stand on in its recitation of your name?
O Govinda, feeling your separation, I'm considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I'm feeling all vacant in the world in your absence.
I don't know when, but Krishna is my Lord, and he shall remain so even if he handles me roughly in his embrace or makes me coconut by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always love of faithful Lord unconditionally.
Hari Bol, Sri Siksastakam ki jai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Bahujanma Karayadi Shravana Kirtan Tabutanapaya Krishna Pade Premadan. If one is infested with the 10 offenses in the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, despite his endeavor to chant the holy name for many births, he will not get the love of God. That is the ultimate goal of this chanting. The 10 offenses against the holy name are as follows. First offense is to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord.
Second offense is to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu.
Third offense to disobey the order of the spiritual master to consider him as an ordinary person.
Fourth offense to blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature in pursuance of the Vedic version.
Fifth offense to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination.
Sixth offense to give an interpretation on the holy name of the Lord.
Seventh offense to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name of the Lord. Oh, did you read this?
No. Eighth offense to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna one of the auspicious ritualistic activities of following the Vedas, thus practice karma kanda.
Ninth offense to instruct the faithless person about the glories of the holy name of the Lord.
And 10th offense to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy names and committing material attachments even after understanding some instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to being imitated by chanting by every devotee who comes to the Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired result, success.
Haribol. Let us offer our respectful obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. They can fulfill the desires of everyone just like desired trees, and they are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha
Vanchakalpatarubhishya
kripa
kripa
sindhubhyeva cha
sindhubhyevacha
patitanam
patitanam
pavanebhyo
pavanebhyo
vaishnavebhyo namo
vaishnavebhyo namo
namaha. Ananda Gaudiya Vaishnavinda ki jai, Shila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
jai, Jai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Hari Bol.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for your association. Jai Shila Prabhupada. Yes, Rushikesh Prabhu, you can call me tomorrow. Thank you, Prabhu. Jai Shila Prabhupada.